Hey everyone, my name is Victor Dwyer, and today I'm going to go over all external traffic, best practices for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, YouTube. It's a really hot topic right now, finding all the best external traffic. It's one of my most asked questions, especially when it comes to TikTok to Amazon. It's one of my most asked questions I get. So I thought I'd just make a video of kind of compiling everything all in one, and let's dive right into it. We're going to get into the Google Sheet, which is what I call the Amazon directory. Um, this sheet will be in the link below. Feel free to check it out. But basically, today we're going to go to the external traffic tab right here. So I built this one out, and this will have everything you kind of need to know of what particular channel to go through. So this is important to realize that this is not a 0 to 1 million strategy, okay? This is for the 1 million to get to 1 million to 10 million dollars a year. Because the reason why is because at this point you're building a brand, okay? And you can't do that with like this $2,000 like a month strategy. It just doesn't work. I would recommend anything more than $10,000 plus. When it comes to this strategy, $10,000 plus per month is the best way. So once you realize you have that kind of budget to start deploying toward influencers, then this is kind of something to go toward. I would recommend anyone that's under a million going through Amazon advertising, maybe Google ads once you get a little bit in there. But for the most part, I would stay in that. You can do Google ads on sub 1 million, but for the most part, this is about building brand. Like, not just an Amazon seller, this is about building an entire brand. That's the whole point of launching on these external traffic. You want to be known and have that brand recognition, and your whole point is just to break even on these things, because Amazon will reward you for sending external traffic on the back end and actually increase your rank organically. So your whole point on these type of things is just to break even on the advertising side and go into the mindset of that. Most of these influencers, you will not get your ROI back. And the whole point of this process is getting the user generated content out of it. That's the gold nugget, because you can have a $10,000 video, but it will never outperform user generated content. So that's where this is really valuable, to have that user generated content and leverage that through ads. And you really make sure once you get a TikTok influencer video, you deploy that on TikTok, and then you start going through ads. So go into the mindset. This is not a huge, like, make you millions type of strategy. This is for building brand, long-term strategy, 5-year plus strategy of really realizing that these people are browsing on these social media platforms. And I just want to reiterate that as we go through. So let's dive into like the strategies of what we're going to use for each one of these. So number one, TikTok, very, very hot topic right now. I use a platform called Insense to generate the user-generated content off of those things. So I'm just going to click inside these right now. And once you realize that is, it's basically just a platform to help generate like user-generated content, things like this, on TikTok, on Instagram, and these other type of things. And you're able to easily create a campaign, which will have influencers coming to you, or you can reach out to influencers in the platform as well. And either way, and you can start building up that user generated content. And what's really cool is you can connect to you see how it says their name up here? So you can actually do it under the influencer's name and whitelist under the influencer's name, and even target their audiences, which is even cooler. So I highly recommend using something like Insense, because they already have the integrations in place to do this whitelisting, and as well as scaling user generated content, because it really sucks to deal with this if you're trying to do it manually. I've tried many times doing it, scaling this. It's very, very difficult. So if you're trying to hire an internal team for it, it's very difficult. And you also, you get the creator licensing, and then you can also collaborate with TikTokers. So that's kind of the one, how to find influencers and get that user generated content. And once you have the content, I highly recommend having an intermittent landing page in between the TikTok ad and Amazon, because normally when people go from TikTok to Amazon, they're like there's a disconnect where they don't understand is like, okay, I'm at Amazon yet, but I'm not ready to buy. I don't know what this product is for, and it gets a little confusing. So usually I see once I have a landing page up, usually increases the conversion rate by almost 3 times usually. And so I like to have a landing page that goes from TikTok ads to landing page to Amazon. Once you have that in place, you'll be able to track that conversion rate and you'll be able to change the landing page accordingly. And that's kind of the best practices I use when it comes to landing page. If you want a simple landing page that's like a plug and play, Landing Cube's the way to go. I don't like the way Landing Cube looks. It looks kind of scammy in my opinion. They do work, but there's very, very little functionality. From when I did test it like 8 months ago, a year ago, I've kind of progressed past that. Now I use Unbounce, which is an AI landing page builder that will optimize automatically toward the best variant of your landing page. So that's gonna be Unbounce for me. I love it. I love it a lot. So I highly recommend it. And yeah, I'm gonna always recommend Unbounce as my landing page builder. Okay, and then when it comes to links to put inside the landing page, I use Amazon attribution. You'll get a 10% referral bonus. So basically, Amazon normally takes 15%. If you use an Amazon attribution link, Amazon will only take 5%, meaning that Amazon will give you that 10% back to your account. If you use an Amazon attribution link, that's how much they like external traffic, and they will increase your ranking of your product by actually getting that external traffic from external sources. They will reward you for that. So keep that in mind. And you can use a social. There's a few different promotions on the back end of Amazon that you can use. You can use a social media link. There's like social promo links is what they call them. You can use like Prime deals. There's a lot of them. I use promo codes because promo codes last 3 months, while social media links only last 30 days. Up to from when I use them. I use social media. I used to use them like three months ago. Amazon changes this crap all the time. Keep that in mind. But from where this point is on right now, I would use social media links if they lasted longer than 30 days because it's annoying to change them out every time. But I use promo codes since they last longer. So yeah, I recommend using a promo code. So you'll basically say, hey, this is what your landing page is basically going to communicate, saying, hey, here's why our product's awesome. Go to Amazon and purchase. Here's the promo code. You're going to get 20% off. Go to Amazon, add it to your cart, and then purchase. And that's basically the thing you communicate to them. And you can get fancier things. I have another video on how to combine a super URL and brand referral link to increase your organic rank, and also the attribution link. It's a little bit risky. It's using super URLs. It's in the gray hat zone, maybe even black hat. Some people define them as. So be careful about using those super URLs. But I have a whole video on that. If you want to watch that, it'll be in the link below in the description. And when it comes to the amount you're going to be paying for these type of influencers, it's really important to have. This will be the influencer pricing right here. So this is how much you'll be paying on average for each influencer. And this is about right of like for just the posting and the ads. TikTok's really cheap. I highly recommend it. Just so you know, right now the TikTok algorithm, you will get 10 for Instagram. Instagram is 10 times the cost, but you get 10 times less the reach. TikTok is flipped. You get 10 times more the reach for 10 times less the cost. So I highly recommend TikTok. Oh, sorry, my face is covering the TikTok screen. But I highly, highly recommend TikTok as a platform, and it's going to be very, very useful for you. And because there's such few brands that are on there right now, it's such a huge opportunity. I highly recommend it. And just recently, the TikTok algorithm has really, really been the virality is really decreasing a lot recently. So it's been heavily reliant on these posting and Spark ads. Spark ads is that like whitelisting with that whitelisting thing you saw right here, where you're posting as the person. I highly recommend doing that. That's going to be a much needed process over time, especially after I create this video. The organic side is just going to decrease where your virality of the what the influencer does. I would not judge your success on the influencer itself, meaning that once the influencer posts, I would not see the direct sales after 14 days after. That's not how I would look at it. I would take that video, boost that post for as long as possible, and then deploy it, take it out of the TikTok, put it on the TikTok ads manager on the ad side. Then from there, then you see how that ad performs on the back end. And if that creator is creating really good ads that perform really well, then you'll be able to really create, say, hey, like for example, if you get a 2 row ads on this person's TikTok ad, then you'll be able to really see the performance on that. And if you want to do something like that where you're tracking, you have to create an attribution link for each person, for each influencer or each ad, which is going to take time. And you have to most likely, if you use a landing page, you have to create a landing page for each particular influencer as well, or each ad in particular. So this is going to get really heavy really fast, and that's why there's like a bunch of services that I'll cover that are going to be able to do things like this. But I'm going to cover exactly what the best practices are to kind of do that. And I wanted to cover this at the beginning, but I didn't. But you really have to ask yourself: do you have a convenience-based product or a search intent-based product? A search intent based product is basically like a bed sheet. When I want a bed sheet, I need a bed sheet right now. Like that's I'm looking for that. I don't have one currently, and I need one. So that's pretty simple. But a convenience based product is like a watch, okay, a smartwatch. I don't know what features this watch has, but basically I don't know what this watch does until I read about it or watch a video or look at some kind of thing. So that's where it's really difficult to sell a convenience-based product on Amazon because just by looking at the main image, I have no idea what this watch does. No idea. Not a clue. But when you sell it through social media ads, you're able to show ads saying, hey, this watch has heartbeat tracking. This watch can do other things. And you'll be able to show that very easily through these convenience-based product places that are going to make your life a lot easier. So highly recommend, if you have a convenience-based product like this, definitely recommend going the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram route. So kind of moving away from that, if you have a search intent-based product, and what tools I would recommend for Google Ads, I would recommend Amped. Amped is a really good tool for basically utilizing, it's going to make me log in. But basically, let me see if I can just log in, just type in amped.io. Amped is basically a Google Ads to Amazon platform that you'll be able to easily create ads, and you'll basically be able to get keyword level insights of what ad is going or what keyword is working the best. For example, for the keyword bed sheets for Amazon, let's just say that's a keyword on Google. You'll be able to or let taco holder Amazon right here. So you'll be able to target that keyword, and within the Amped platform, you'll actually be able to know what keyword is performing well, and you'll be able to increase and decrease spend on it. It's a pretty cool platform, so I highly recommend trying it out. And I think most people should be running Google Ads. Even if you do have a convenience-based product, it sometimes will be a good fit to run Google Ads. So check them out. If you don't have time, I would run services for them. They have services to run your Google Ads as well. So I highly recommend it. And the owner's awesome. He's a really cool dude. And then YouTube, this is a very manual process. I have been a lot bullish recently on YouTube. As you can tell, I've been posting every day on YouTube now. But also, we've been doing, there's been some strategies lately about finding influencers on YouTube and basically creating like a how-to, let's say this smartwatch, like best smartwatch review, review. And then they'll like do an unboxing, they'll review the smartwatch, they'll do everything about it. And for the people that search on Google and Amazon, or Google and YouTube, that video will automatically pop up. And there's actually ways you can increase the rank of that YouTube video artificially to make it where it gets more views as well. So very, very interesting strategies there that I'm really excited to deploy. I have not tested it out about the organic increase part, but it's a very manual process to find that YouTube influencer and from there to increase the rank and everything else. But so far, it's really, really interesting. So just shoot me a message if you're interested in the YouTube services. But so far, we're basically starting to push the YouTube side, saying, hey, reaching out to the influencers, getting the product review. Once they post the video, increasing the organic rank on that video, which will eventually lead to sales through that link. So really fascinating, really smart ranking strategies there for YouTube. So that's just one thing. And then when it comes to services, Insense does have a service when it comes to using their managed services. They will help you post, help you advertise, and things like that. I will say they are not specialized when sending traffic to Amazon. They're more specialized for sending traffic to your direct consumer site. So keep that in mind. And then Incremental Digital is more more gauged to actually sending traffic to Amazon. So they'll be able to get the brand side, like seeing, okay, how many brand searches are happening, what's the increase there. Though, because attribution is a very, very hard thing to do when it comes to influencer marketing. Because you'll have one viral TikTok post, and half of those people will end up, rather than using the link, will go to Amazon to purchase. They'll just like exit the app, go to Amazon, and then search the search term and then purchase from there. So it makes attribution very, very difficult to do. But I highly recommend, like, they'll be able to track like the increase in brand searches and everything else. Like, that's why I say this is for $1 million plus seller, because this is not a ROI game. This is a brand game. So it's not like how can I squeeze every dollar out of this? Like when you start talking about attribution and things like this, it's more for brand recognition. It's more just a break even type of thing on the sales that you can attribute, and then seeing how much brand recognition are you getting? Are you putting your brand in the best light? That's kind of what the strategy is for. So I wanted to kind of make a video and just take all the knowledge that was in my head out of my head. The reason why I made this video is because I was recently on a podcast and he was asking me all these questions about everything about influencer marketing and TikTok and everything else. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna make a video about this. So here I am. I made a video. I try to take as much knowledge as humanly possible out of my head. This will be just part one. I'm going to have a lot of other pieces. This is all I could come up with. I just made this like within 10 minutes. So this is everything that I could come up with like within 10 minutes of all the knowledge I could spit out. But I will have other parts that I will continue to talk about. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks.